Excuse me. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 15 minutes for myself. Another 15. Then I go back. I got 4 more hours. Seems like 4 hours is nothing. But truly is nothing. But when you waiting on that, it seems to be a little longer. As you can see, the cowardness still continue. You know what I mean? The Españoles, they don't like dog meat like that too much. Not all, though. Uh, just for the record, just in case you're sensitive niggas want to be mad and shit. Anyway, um, this is dog. They putting the horn on. I ain't mad. No, it's a pleasure to do that. But you see that shit? They're just working hard while niggas is just envious and jealous that you working too fast. They be looking at you like you're not supposed to be working. I'm like, nigga, I came here to work. I didn't come out here to the fuck, nigga. I came out here to work. I don't know how to describe it. How do you describe yourself to people who think that you are working too hard or you trying to show off on them? This is my regular speed. It ain't my fault that you can't compare or compete. Like I'm not even competing. This is my regular speed, bro. Some people work for a paycheck and everything else. I work for meditation purpose. All right. I'm not competing with you. I'm not trying to look better than you. I'm not trying to cut your hair to make. We're not competing in a beauty pageant. I look better than anybody I know of, and that's just a fact. You feel me? Like that's just how I feel about myself, and you can't change that. You feel me? It's just the truth. I think I'm a good looking nigga. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, damn, you look good. I'm like, yes, I know, I know. Feel me? Because that's what I tell myself. And I love women. Feel me? Just for the record, just in case people pretend like they don't know and they keep trying. These niggas just can't get it through. It's crazy. It ain't innocent. It's crazy. You just gotta learn how to be alone. I was watching Nino Brown. He was talking about being alone. Not feeling loneliness is being alone. Being happy with being alone. You feel me? And I'm very happy with myself being alone. The people who are not happy being alone are always the one who want to compete with you secretly. They want to punch you in your face, then turn their hat backwards to make it seem like, look, like always trying to agitate you and always trying to, compare themselves in some form of way. You have to be happy alone. There's people in a relationship for probably like 5, 10 years who are still lonely. You feel me? And I can be alone for 10 years and I would never feel lonely. You feel me? Because you have to know yourself. Like, you have to know that stuff. You got to know what you want. You feel me? You got to accept whatever it is about you. You feel me? If you want to work on these things so you can invite somebody in your life, then you work on these things. Plain and simple. It's not that hard. But some niggas is so stubborn that they don't want to work on the things that they need to work on, like oneself and others. So it's like, fuck it, I'll be alone then. Until I find that person who can accept my flaws, then so be it. You feel me? But it's better to work on your flaws. You feel me? The flaws is the wrong things that you don't even accept it yourself. You wouldn't accept it in others. So if you don't accept it in others, that means that that's something you need to work on because it's something that people are not going to accept about you. So yeah, you have to spend enough time with yourself, separate yourself. And I'm building up the Dino Brown topic right now. I might as well talk about it because it works right into the things that's going on at my workplace and everything else like that. How people just get jealous of you and they be competing with you, and it's like, shit, nigga, I don't even know you. Like you spending too much time trying to trick me and trying to get me into something that I don't like. Look, man, I love pussy, man. I love real pussy at that. And not just any pussy. It has to be that pussy has to be attached to a mind that is righteous. You feel me? So we just don't want any kind of pussy. We want a pussy that's attached to a righteous mind. And you are here trying to present me with what? Like, come on, stop playing with me. You feel me? This is the shit I got to battle with. Like, these niggas just don't understand what's going on. Like, they always trying to force their ideas upon people. If you cannot accept yourself, or you can't even accept somebody else's decision, what makes you think I'm going to accept yours? You feel me? It just don't make sense to me, man. It just don't. Look, man, let me tell you like this. I'll tell you like this before I get out of here. Even Jesus Christ had to go out to the mount several times in the Bible. Shout out to Z Glass. She kind of broke. I mean, I heard the story several times, but I couldn't point it out like the way she pointed it out. She said Jesus Christ several times in the Bible had to walk away from his disciples to go pray alone. Several times. He did that. Whether it was a time when he had to go away for a fast for 40 days and 40 nights. It was once upon a time when the disciples were facing a hard storm. They said Jesus was down at the basement sleeping. It was several times where Jesus had to walk away from the garden itself to go pray. It was several times Jesus always had to go alone. You feel me? Several times. Even when Adam and Eve too. Adam and Eve was created alone as a human, and he had to be alone to learn. Although God was hovering over him and watching him do this, he had to be there by himself to learn. He was not probably, he was the first scientist. And me saying that, it was like he had to learn, and basically, in order for him to name an animal, he had to learn the characteristics of an animal. Because if I give you a name, which meaning I am defining you, right? So I know nowadays that naming has been watered down. We can name anything that we want, but usually every name has a function and it describes the entity or the thing that is being called to. So your name is your identification. It identifies you. I don't know why I went in so much with that, but what you would call it. So in order for Adam to name each animal, it had to be able to identify it. So it had to spend time alone by observing and identifying. So right there, that's another alone experience. The reason why Eve the reason the devil was trying to get to Adam, but he had to go through Eve because when Eve was formed, Eve never had the chance to be alone. You feel me? That's what the Bible was really, really trying to teach. At least that's what I'm getting from both sides of the teaching and everything else like that. I didn't think Eve had a chance to be alone. So it was easier for the devil to go through Eve to get to Adam because Adam was there when the devil was coming at Eve or was trying to deceive Eve, right? So it wasn't that Adam was Adam was alone, but yet fall to the victim of being lonely, and that was fear. You feel me? And that's fear. It's just a whole nother discussion. But sometimes you have to be alone and accept it willingly. You feel me? Stop competing with people. Stop trying to make your head look better than this. This is all signs of fear. This all fear breeds insecurity. It breeds jealousy. It breeds enviness. It breeds um, I was gonna say illegal competition. There is healthy competition, but it breeds jealous competition. It breeds a lot of things that just don't you shouldn't even associate yourself with because of that fear factor. Because people haven't spent the time to be alone. You can be in a relationship and still take time out and be alone. You know what I mean? I used to do that all the time when I used to be at my baby mom's house. Come home from work, I go in the bathroom and lock myself and sit down. She's like, "You always in the bathroom for?" I'm like, "I just work 12 hours shift. Like when I come home, I don't want to be around you. I want to be in the bathroom like that." She understood it. You just tell your significant other. Like, you know what I mean? I just didn't explain myself when I used to do it. Cause she's like, "You trying to hide from the babe?" Like, man, I ain't trying to hear you. You not working. Fuck is you complaining about? But sometimes you just gotta find yourself and be alone. I just heard Nino Brown also said Bill Gates also take a week out of the year to be alone. You have to want to be alone. This is how you stop being jealous of others and stop competing with others. This is why you wouldn't be eligible to be in line to punch somebody totally a stranger in the face or join a hate group because Yeah, the listen jar and everything else. Or join the hate group because you're trying to exercise that little, frustration within you that you haven't taken care of. You know what I mean? When you spend time alone, you wouldn't jump into a crowd. You wouldn't be a sheep following a crowd. You wouldn't jump into relationship. You wouldn't even jump into bed with another person just to cover up these things that you have within you. So people just have to be alone. Elevation requires separation. You feel me? In order for you to elevate, it needs some. You need some separation. You need to be, alone. Spend time to be alone. You know what I mean? You can be a lone wolf. There's nothing wrong with that. You dig? A lion hunts alone. Wolves hunts in pack. A hyenas hunts in I say hunts in pack. You feel me? You have to spend time to be alone. You feel me? Once you spend that time to be alone, you know that anything that anybody that's over you tells you that does not align with you because you find time to be by yourself, you would decline it and you would not do it. You'd be like, no, no, I refuse to do that because you found the time. You've already created the time to separate yourself from the nonsense. Like this is me and this is not me. If you're not about God, I'm not even gonna fuck with you. I'm not even gonna talk to you. You feel me? Because you find the time to be alone. Like you dig. So that eliminates a lot of enviness and competition that people want to compete with you about. Knowing you can't fuck with me. Like like if you don't spend time alone, you're more likely to lie to yourself. They know they can't fuck with me. Come on, man. Look at me. Feel me? Niggas can't fuck with me at all. And I'm not even just talking shit just to talk it. Like it's the actual proof. There's a proof is in the pudding, man. They jealous of everything I do, my niggas. Feel me? Everything. They can't like and I even touch. They secretly try to be and walk like me, trying to talk like me, wanna walk up with their head. They take it every note. I'm cool with that, but acknowledge me. I'm see y'all later.